Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. How are we doing? How are we feeling? I've hidden the animations for now. I was waiting for them to end. I actually just hit them just now. How are we feeling? How are we doing? You doing good? There are lots of friends here. It's Monday. What are you doing here? Just kidding, just kidding. How are we doing? Cozy and comfortable. Oh, I'm so happy to hear it. I admit, I think Bookish snuck in. I didn't see that you had snuck in until I saw Entity say good morning to you. So, hello, Bookish. And yes, our music is the Hobbiton Lo-Fi Radio. Yeah, Hobbiton Lo-Fi Radio. Yep. That is what we are listening to today. Um, we're going to do a little bit of co-working today. I need to do our Discord announcement. I got really confused. I thought I had 3 on there already. That's okay. Before we dive in today, and before I scroll up on chat and catch up with all of you, let's get something out there and said. And it's good that we're doing co-working for a couple of days. My brain is really not doing well, everyone. I had a little bit of a tumble yesterday on top of a not great day. It wasn't a bad day until the tumble. Um, but it was just, I really realized at the end of my day how tired I really am. I'm so tired. And it's not just tiredness, but other stuff. And so today I hurt, understandably so. It was like 2 falls in one, 2 landings in one fall, I should say. Oh, and yeah, and it was towards later on in the evening too. So part of me being late today, I was going to wash my hair last night, and after the tumble, I was like, nope, nope. Which I should have. I would have felt so much better. So maybe I can learn a lesson there. I should have gone ahead and done that anyways, but uh so difficult. But yeah, so I apologize if I'm just not on my A game this week. It's the end of a very long month. I looked at the calendar of March. I'm gonna look again. It really is kind of 5 weeks. It just feels like a 5 week month. It's been a long month. I'm so tired. I'm tired, everyone. It's been such a lot of stuff. Go away. There we go. I want to catch up with chat. I really, really want to catch up with chat. Um, oh, first time in a long time, I can't actually scroll all the way to the top. Um, that's when I said I'm surprised there's a lot of friends here this morning. I can't scroll to the top of chat for the first time. So, um, I'm looking at redeems. Aw. There's Lumberjack. I know Hero M is here. I know Portia is here. Um, who else showed up early? Who else got a there's so many redeems. Who else got the early bird? Portia. It was Perry Elefante. There we go. This is why it's important for me. I want to acknowledge friends. So I was like, I know it was someone. Good morning, Perry. Good to see you. Lumberjack is here. Purple Wolf is working and lurking. Thank you for being here. Lena has given me a hug. Haven't you? I assumed it. If I keep scrolling, I bet I'll see it. Because we always hug each other. I love it and adore. You know, it was a big hug. Called it. Called it. But it's like, I keep scrolling. I'm pretty sure I saw that there. Dendan is here. Hello, Dendan. My mouth is dry. Goodness gracious. Mr. Cooper. Hello, hello. And dear Ruth, I knew Ruth was in chat. and I said this in chat. I'm going to say this out loud, everyone. Ruth has gotten me into a new book club. I'm so excited. I've never been part of a book club before. I don't think I've ever had a dream of joining a book club, but when I hear Lord of the Rings and they're starting off with Fellowship and they're only one chapter in, I was like, oh, really? What's this? What's this? And I got an invite just kind of just automatically, which I was so surprised and grateful for. And yeah, so for the next month, I have 2 chapters to read, which is totally fine on my part. Totally fine. I've read Fellowship years. I was probably early 20s. Don't remember a darn thing of it outside of the movies, excluding the movies. I don't remember anything from the book. So I look forward to that and Two Towers and Return of the King, which I've never ever read. So that'll be fun. You never had interest in book clubs, but they announced a slow read. Yes, a slow read. I noticed that 1 chapter per month, and I was like, I can do that. I can totally do that. So there's a Pokemon in chat, an Arrokuda. Sounds really cool. If I do a Poke check, do I have one? I feel like I do. Oh, gotta try it. I try to pay attention to the ones I don't recognize. So that doesn't always mean that I don't already have it, but I'm glad I wanted to check that. So yeah, I'm very excited. So the only other thing I want to acknowledge today, I apologize. I wanted to do like a nice full cam screen today. I apologize if I have to hide it. It's gonna rain out any moment. It's dark. This is not natural light. This is, this is a little bit of window light, but it's mostly my light, which is not that great. So we'll see how it goes. If I feel like it's getting more and more dim, I'll swap it back down to like the smaller cam with the forest theme. But I wanted to go full cam today. This is a Gen 9 Pokemon. Ooh, there's so many I don't know. How many generations total? I thought it was 12 already. Am I exaggerating? Am I aiming too high? Is it 9? That would be nice if it was just 9. But my bangs also dried really weird today. I'm still getting used to the curler. And they kind of drift over here. And need to make up this spot. But yeah. Oh, I was saying if I have to hide the cam because I can feel my nose already. So let me hide the cam and mute the mic super quick. I have to take care of my nose. I'm allergic when it rains. Lumberjack got something special with that catch. It's just up to 9. I should do like a day of Pokemon research and reading. Just go to Wiki and I would catch up real quick. I should do a day of it. That would be fun, actually. I would enjoy that type of thing. I'll be right back. I'm right here. You know what I'll do? Where did that go? I'll put that underneath the webcam. There we go. And that way when I hide the webcam like that, it'll be right there. You can hear my voice. It's a good day to be co-working today. I noticed yesterday my voice was not great. I kept trying to take naps, constantly interrupted. So, I was not able to fully nap. And I just noticed in between my voice and... Oh, you gotta rock. Okay, Linus. Oh, wait, I know that you mean Stardew, but I'm trying to get the joke. I get the person you're referencing, but I don't get the joke, unfortunately. You might have to explain that to me, Bookish. I'm so sorry. Something about being outside? Allergic to the rain? Is Linus allergic to the rain? Is that one of the things that he says? I'm trying to put the dots together. I'm trying. Hi, Madman. Hello. No peanuts because of his quote, I got a rock. Oh! That makes sense. So yeah, Lumberjack, you got something special, and it could be a variety of things. It's nothing all too special. I don't want to hype it up and make it some grand big prize. I'm not aware of any event going on with PCG. But that said, every now and then you get just like maybe an extra potion, or I think some people have gotten like special rocks. I don't know. I don't know. Other people who know more about PCG could tell you. You don't think you ever got anything special? Yeah, when they have events, they will change their emotes in their Pokemon drops. And so that's when you know there's an event really going on if you're not part of their Discord. And even if you already have that Pokemon that's dropped, with the events, there's usually lots of extra stuff. So you might get a shiny Pokemon of that version, or just a higher level, or maybe you will get like a super rare item along with that. So every now and then. Yeah, I hope that helps. Yes. I forget what the official PCG Twitch channel is. It's like Demon Rider, something like that. In fact, because I don't have the Twitch panel. Yeah, it's this. Let me drop that link in chat. Not to plug someone else's stream, but this is the official PCG channel on Twitch. And so any and all questions are laid out there, and it's busy. It's busy over there. They have words over there. They have people trying to mess up words over there. I'm just gonna say that because it's a thing. But look who's dropping a giant bitty emo of our adorable Eevee Wave. This is where we get a real good insight into the artist's skills of people who do emotes. I'm gonna sneeze. I sneezed. Real quick. This is when you see the emotes super large, you get to see all the detail. Look at those eyes. Ugh. I'm gonna try to stream today, everyone. We should just get started. I was late today. We're doing 3 sessions, a little bit of shorter ones like we did last co-working, where we're doing 40 minutes of work, 10 minutes of break time. I'm gonna do my best to stay regimented within that break time of 10 minutes. There we go. And I'm gonna hide the camera real quick again and take care of my nose. Okay. My gosh, it's my fear that one day I won't realize that I didn't actually mute the mic and that you'll all hear it. I know we're all human beings. I've talked about going to the bathroom before and it being my time of the month. I will admit I would be absolutely devastated if you all heard me taking care of my nose. And I know that a lot of us have allergies. I know we've all been sick. It's just part of life, but for some reason that alone would really upset me. So I'm very conscious of that. I don't want you to see me doing that. I don't want you to hear me doing that. Kind of like the eating. I don't want you to hear me eating, you know? Mute the mic. You got a water stone? Oh, that's going to help you evolve Pokemon, I'm sure. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. Also, that emote is really cute. Oh, that's your emote. That's adorable. Is that a hamster? Because you're a lumberjack hamster. Oh my gosh. When we have stream avatars up, my avatar is Hamtaro because I love that show. I love it. I used to have a coloring book of Hamtaro as well. But big hug to dear sweet legends. Thank you for the giant bitty emote. You're amazing, and I hope school is going well for you. Look at your heart emote. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like the hamster's eating the heart. It does look like it. It really does. It's super cute. I love it. You used to watch that before school all the time. Oh, it's so perfect before school because you can get those episodes, like 2 episodes in real quick and then go. It's so cute. Oh my god. It's Hamtaro time. I love the kush kush. I gotta get started. I got a little bit of work, not a lot. It is starting to rain out there, so it wasn't just me. But it sounds like Oh my god. That's not snow, or it's not rain, it's snow, and it's like, it's sleet and hail. I'm so sorry, everyone. I have to work in this. Oh, sorry you had to hear that. I should just get started. Let's get started, sweethearts. You're all so wonderful. Thank you for bearing with me. What a Monday. I'm gonna make an ugly, sad face. Don't clip that. Oh my god. I shouldn't have said anything. I'll delete it. Damn it. I gotta remove those clips. Dan, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Dan was the one that discovered it, by the way, everyone. Hi, Spooky. Not your sniffle to sleep. Yes, no, both. Both, Bookish. Both, sweetheart. It's okay, both. But yes, the weather. Let's get our timer started. And Spooky, it is so lovely to see you. Good to see you. No, damn it. I'll delete it. I'll delete it. And I will go into my settings and remove that right away. Because Portia made a clip too. It's like, damn it. People are slowly but surely finding out. By the way, Paglo's emotes are adorable. I was using that one in particular when we were playing the Mario Jamboree. That was awesome. All right. Timer start, right? I love Paglo's emotes. The best. Should be 40. Good. All right. Thank you all for joining me. I should have said this before I started the timer. Exclamation mark task. Enter in whatever task. Exclamation mark done. Exclamation mark now next if you want to skip ahead. And thank you for working with me on this rather not great Monday. It's terrible weather and we're going to get to work. So thank you, sweethearts. I think it jumped up to... Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Nope. I don't know why it jumped up like that. I'm glad I caught that. I was like, we just did 4 in less than a minute. No, that's... So I'm supposed to be able to do timer start. I'm so sorry, everyone. Let's do, it's just timer 4010, right? Let me try to remember what streamers do. There we go. There we go. Hi, Chica, sweetheart. Good to see you. Good to see you. We're just about to mute and go into work, sweetheart. So lovely to see you. Thank you for being here. Also, I'm very sniffly. Thank you, everyone. That actually worked out really well. I think the ads are over, right? Did the ads end? I think that worked out really well. My voice. Me trying to convey that I'm a soft-spoken streamer and I sound like I smoke 10 freaking cigarettes a day or something. Ugh. You only have an hour and a half left to work, and then you're off for the rest of the week. What? Sophie? What? What? I'm not jealous. Nope. Oh, that's really lovely for you. I'm happy for you, notes of Sophie. Oh, how are we doing, everyone? How are we doing? Oh, I'm gonna crack the knuckles away from the mic for all of your sakes. There we go. Llama! Yo! Pam Llama! I was thinking of you. 31 coffees. How are you doing? It's great to see you. I hope you're doing well. Is today another gym day? Probably. You do enjoy your gym, which is good. Yeah, we're co-working today. We're going to be co-working tomorrow. I'm sure some of you see the schedule pop up every now and then. We're going to be co-working Wednesday. Wednesday, it's not officially on the stream schedule here in chat, but it is everywhere else posted that it's co-working in Words on Wednesday. Co-working in Words on Wednesday. So, yeah. A bit of pain. It is gym day, but you're not looking forward to it because you're back. No, Llama. I fell yesterday. I fell. I had like 2 landings in the fall, so like I'm hurt on this side, I hurt on this side. I feel ya. You got some noms? Not noms. What'd you get? Normally I tell friends that they don't have to answer my questions or they don't have to share if I ask them questions. I'm going to say, since you're a brand new mod Hero M announcement for everybody else, you have to tell me. You got pot pie? Let's go! You were on your way to typing it anyways. Before I was like, you have to tell us. Folly is no fun. Yeah, I feel so bad. I posted in the Safe Space channel and I originally said, fuck you, EDS. Then I edited it later on to say, screw you, EDS, because I was like, that's so harsh, sweet. People are going to feel like you're yelling at them. But yeah, I went to the Safe Space channel. I was like, screw you, EDS, and these damn jelly bones. And yeah, I fell yesterday. I was just letting the pup out to do her thing, and I kind of like rolled my ankle, missed the step, but then I landed twice on the way down. I like landed on my butt, then landed on my elbow and my hand, and I tried to brace myself with this hand, so like this hurts, this hurts, this hurts, my butt cheek hurts. But what I think is most important is I didn't land on my ribs or my hip. I actually have I have taken so many x-rays, nothing shows. Like, I have had so many exams to figure out what's going on my left side since I was a child. I don't normally let people touch my left side, especially my ribs. It feels like I'm being stabbed if people touch me there. So very luckily, I landed on like my arm and not on my side, which is good, but it hurt. It hurts. I mean, anytime you fall, it hurts. It's not fun. So, no, you can use caps. You can use caps. You have to keep them on for work? Ugh. You have to yell constantly while you're at work, Legends? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Sorry to judge your work. Sorry. What is pot pie? Oh, you don't know what pot pie is? So it's usually where, you know how pie, regular dessert pie, has crust? Well, you take crust, and usually with pot pies, you fill it with more savory food, usually vegetables and a protein of some sort, usually chicken or beef of some sort. Maybe with your vegetables and protein, you'll add a little cheese or something, and then you definitely have a top layer crust. That's what kind of makes it the pot pie, and you bake that X amount of time. And they actually, you can get mini pot pies, which are kind of cute. Yeah, here in America, they're really big on mini pot pies. They're really big on like frozen dishes as well, because they're just so easy to just pop in the oven or microwave and nom nom nom. So the one you have is ham. Ooh, there you go. So it's like quiche, sweet. It's like quiche. I know how to say that word, I assure you all. Is it like quiche with crust on top? I wouldn't say so, because with quiche, your ingredients are egg and then whatever else, so it's more blended in quiche. With pot pie, your ingredients, I know I said it wrong, quiche. With pot pie, your ingredients are whole. You know, you might have chopped veggies and chopped protein, but it's not blended together or mashed or anything, if that makes sense. So, welcome in, nom 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 nom. We're talking food, happened to be. Welcome in, sweetheart. Welcome in. That does sound good. I didn't even think about lunch. I had breakfast right before stream. I had, we get the Kirkland frozen egg sandwiches that come with bacon and cheese on a croissant bun. I'll take the cheese off and I'll pop it right in the oven. So you might like pot pie. You do love some pie. Yes, you might if you like. Usually, I should preface this. It's usually a little bit of creamy type of sauce inside of it. It's not just like your dry protein and your dry veggies. I should say that. So there's a little bit of, what would be the word? Binding ingredient. There's some type of binding ingredient with it. It's good. I'm personally am not a fan because I'm that person at the, it's not necessarily a holiday I like to celebrate. But for example, at a Thanksgiving table and you got your mashed potatoes and you got your stuffing, you got your turkey, and you got maybe some corn, all of my items are separate. All of mine items are separate. Do not put my food touching with each other. I'm not a big fan of that. I really don't like, so like when people put things in their stuffing or their mashed potatoes, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't need that. Leave it dry and plain for sweet. But pot pies are, I don't know, they're kind of like a staple in the American, I wouldn't say diet or anything, but definitely like in grocery stores, in markets and things of that nature. There's always different types of, what is it, Marie Callender's? That's like the number one brand for pot pie, Marie Callender, which is funny because last name Calendar, you would think a paper product, but I'm just now realizing it's really, really difficult to see the time. Isn't that, everyone? Tough to see what my time zone is when it is against a white curtain. That's a quick fix. Let's do that here and now, if you all don't mind. You like to mix your corn and mashed potatoes? No, don't, no. And I'm judging how other people eat their food, which I feel so particularly guilty of. I don't like it when people put down my food, so I apologize. I really do. I'm like, don't do the thing I just said I don't like. What if we make it, what are the leaf colors? What if we make it the same color as the leaves? So thyme. Is that a little better? I can make it a little darker. Let's make it darker. Even though it's super dark in my room and outside, to you all, it's still kind of bright, which I love. That's a little better. There you are. I just noticed that. Yeah, I try not to look at OBS while I'm actually streaming and co-working and stuff. I try not to. I don't know if any other streamers have the same issue as I do, looking at oneself while one streams. Try not to do that. That's better. You can see my time. That's the time. Yeah, I was late today. I apologize. But there is a Pokemon in chat. Sweet potato pie. Oh, so I wonder, would sweet potato pie be more like a quiche, though? As Pale Llama was asking. Because with sweet potato anything, usually it's mashed. So you would have more of a quiche consistency with the pot pie crust. As opposed to quiche. Quiche doesn't have crust. But does it have like a hearty layer outside? I'm not one for quiche. I'm trying to remember. It's been a really long time since I've seen quiche in front of me. It's just, it is what it is, right? There's no crust to quiche. So if I could, I'd send you one. Isn't that so sweet? Aw, it's your favorite. It is blended to a filling and no crusty top, right? Yeah, that would be quiche. But I think with the sweet potato pot pie, I think it would be the quiche. I don't know. We need pictures. Look up pictures. That's my best recommendation. Silver. Oh my gosh. I wanna. Ah, you beat me to the hug. I was gonna say I want to do well. And I want to stick to the break timers. I don't want to overlap too much. So why don't we just go right into the next timer? Pomo, rather. Let's go right into the next Pomo session. Um, brain stopped. Brain stopped. Sweet potato is best for savory and sweet. Sweet's not a fan of the sweet potato. I'm so sorry. I'm just maybe a sweet potato, super crispy French fry. Other than that, I'm not a fan of the sweet potato. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a picky eater. I'll be the first to admit. Let's go into this next Pomo session. I'm actually just going to do this next announcement and then I'm going to gasp. I know, you would think. You would think. Sorry. I just am going to do this last announcement. I'm working on drafting it now for our Discord. Lots of good announcements. We have events coming up, sweethearts. We have announcements of our mods. We made our decisions as a team. I delayed on announcing it. It was not a difficult decision. It was not. I delayed. It's on Sweet. We had people waiting. That's on me. And so, yeah, we're going to announce that. Lauren, sweetheart, hello. Hello, cozy hug to you. I should make a cozy hug. We have hug, big hug, tiny hug, group hug. We need a cozy hug. Might as well make a wild hug out of that too. Anyways, let's get to this next Pomo session. After I do this announcement with the events and all the good stuffs, I'm going to start getting back into... Oh, did I leave a bookmark? I did! I left my shiny Dragonite. I was like, oh no, where did I leave off? So yes, I'll get back to my reading. I gotta get this book done. I'm not gonna continue the series of Howl's Moving Castle. I've read it. I've done it. I've now officially joined a book club. I gotta read Fellowship. I gotta get on it. So I actually have to go to the library. Sadly, the only Lord of the Rings books, or actually, let me rephrase, the only Tolkien books we have in this house are my Hobbit books. So, I gotta go to the library at some point this week. So, thank you for the hug, Lauren. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody has their coffee, has their water, has whatever beverage they find cozy and helpful to co-work with us here today. Oh, they're so lovely. I have a clip of me, Lauren. I totally forgot about Howl and Sophie's sister. I totally forgot. I made a clip of that. I had to. I was like covering my face. I was laughing. Oh yeah. Anyways, I'm going past the break talk timer. Let's get started, sweethearts. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Lauren. There, I did it right. Good. All right. Thank you, everyone. And good luck. I forget you can't hear the raid sound. Like I'm listening to it. You got the Hobbit one in case you're wondering. I missed a crunchy stream. Oh, timer pause. Sweethearts, I am interrupting our work session for this. I am. I'm doing it. It's done. How was your stream? I'm so sad that I missed your stream. Crunchy crunch. I actually missed a lot this weekend. I missed so many big events. I'm aware Crunchy had a lot of wonderful, sweet, wonderful stuff going on. I missed a lot with other friends this weekend. I had a really rough day yesterday. I'm all banged up today. Headaches and allergies. If I hide the camera, it's because I'm blowing my nose and or having a sneezing fit. It's back to snowing outside. It's absurd. One of the reasons I wanted to do break our Pomo session, I wanted to see how the new Welcome Raider graphic looked. First time. Crunchy gets to check it out. Let's see. What do you all think? It looks good. It looks good. I like that. Speaking of co-working, hi Tulip. Sable Raid Lurk. There it is. Thank you, Tulip. I'll catch up with all of you. Alley Cat. Oh my gosh, Alley Cat. Allergies are the worst right now. I see you, Alley Cat, sweetheart. I think mods. I don't know if we have any mods around. A little bit of an interesting Monday for everybody today, right here and today. If you don't know Sable, you don't know Crunchy Sunflower, you're missing out on some amazing streams. Lots of Celeste, Stardew over there. I know that you just started your cyberpunk journey. I think that's what the Shouty had said. But one thing that's really excited is Crunchy is going to be starting out on their co-working journey soon enough. I saw that screenshot in your Discord. That is so, so cute. Recently accepted into the VTuber Creator Club, the official Twitch club, you know. Sable is amazing. Sable, aka Crunchy, so lovely. Thank you for the raid. Join us for some co-working, sweethearts. I'm actually almost done. I just have to get an announcement drafted up, posted in my Discord, and then we're going to be switching over. You can keep working, but I'm going to be switching over to some co-reading with all of you. I began my co-reading journey last weekend. I've been co-working since last year, but just begun co-reading, and I'm actually doing a second read-through of Howl's Moving Castle because it's so lovely and sweet. But I did just join a book club yesterday, so I'm going to not actually be finishing the series because I've already read all of it. I'm going to be switching over to Lord of the Rings. We do Stardew here. What other stuff? Co-working. I'm going to be getting back into felting very soon. So yeah, this is the new graphic here I made yesterday. Because one thing I wanted friends to know without me, I always forget to mention, we're part of the Co-working Creator Club as well as Artists and Makers. I'm part of GLOW, the Gaming League of Women. I'm an ambassador for NCA, National Children's Alliance, and we're part of the Twitch Pride Guild as well. So got lots of going on. You go to sleep. Anyone, raid and run, BRB, post-streamer self-care extends to you all. Let me know if that music is a little loud. I feel like the lo-fi music was like, Sable's here, get loud. There it is. There's the self-care high entity. Thank you so much. Can we get a purple heart shouty for Dear Sweet? Yeah, it is a little bit loud. I thought so. It's the song. I'm telling you all, it's the song, but I'm turning it down. It was not loud before. Though, because we're listening to this specific playlist, Hobbiton Lo-Fi Radio, aka Hobbit music, Lord of the Rings music, there was one song we had to skip earlier. It sounded like we were going to battle. And I was like, I'm sorry. We're co-working today. We're not preparing for war. We have lots of sweet fun. You all are welcome to be here, co-work with us, !task. Whatever your task is, !done. Don't forget to adopt your chickens. Some of you were definitely doing that. And check out the other redeems because we're co-working. Nothing has sound. But when we do gaming streams, all the sound comes back. You're working on your phone, you're doing laundry. Oh, yes, I will do the purple heart shouty. So if that heart at the top of chat is empty, you're breaking my heart. You can correct this grave mistake by clicking that heart, and you'll remedy my broken heart. We love Crunchy. It's also really late for you at this hour. Crunchy streams later is so Crunchy's PST, Pacific time, but you also stream at night. So I know it's really late for you, and you got no heart. Oh no. You're too sweet. I'm really sorry I missed so many streams of yours lately. It really sucks. I missed a lot from a lot of other friends this weekend. It was just, it's different. And the bookings, the dog bookings are crazy this week. Last night I was like, okay, sure, I'll say yes to this last minute one. And then another one came through, and then another one came through, and we're just going to deal with it. I'm just going to work myself into the ground. I don't think I acknowledged our dear Raiders friends who came in. I really like to do that. So before we get back to work, let's acknowledge our Raiders friends who spent the time to say hello. Pegsy Bean, what a cute name. I hope you don't mind me saying so. Um, Let's see. Still scrolling. We'll see how far OBS lets me scroll, by the way. Quest is here. Yo, Quest, I saw you. Hello, sweetheart. There's Alley Cat. Alley Cat is here on your own outside of the raid. I saw you sneak in talking about allergies with me. Allergies are the worst. There's Winterberry Moon. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Moon. I love your name, by the way. That name changed. When I saw that, I was like, is that still our same moon? PJ, welcome in, sweetheart. I think I'm all caught up. Lovely. And were you? Yes, yes. Because I saw that you were doing Cyberpunk in your Discord, and then I was a bad friend and never opened your stream. I'm gonna admit it. I'm gonna tell everyone I've been a shit friend. It's been the truth. So I'm sorry I missed your stream. Yeah, post streamer self-care. If you all need to raid and run, you've been hanging out watching Cyberpunk. Gorgeous game, by the way. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Be sure that you take care of yourselves, and if you're a late bird like Crunchy, go to sleep, go to bed. Real things come first. Yeah, it was such a bad day yesterday. And then Saturday, I did my thing, but before and after, I did nothing else for anyone else. Does that make sense? No, Entity, stop putting yourself down. I'm the only one allowed to put anyone down. No, words. I'm the only one that's allowed to put oneself down here in the Sweet Wild streams. There we go. You're not allowed to put yourselves down. Hi Andrew. Hi sweetheart. Hello, hello. Yeah, none of us are shit friends. Shouldn't say it. Shouldn't even joke. Shouldn't even try to allude to it. No, we do our best. And I know all of us know that of each other. And then, of course, living those words for ourselves. Pff, what's that? Taking our own advice? Being kind to ourselves? What's that? We're actually really big on that. So just getting to the new friends who followed, we're really big on self-care, self-advocacy, and self-kindness. Those three are so important. I've had to take workshops on those. So super important. Take care of yourself. So we're going to get back to work. We have just under 15 minutes of the second to last Pomo session. They're a little shorter today. We're doing 40-10. So for those of you that follow Sable and you're about to join them on their beginning journey of co-working, Pomodoro's sessions, or Pomos, are the blocks of time in which you work or take a break. So we're doing 40-10 today. The standard usually is like 50-10, a full hour, but last co-working and this co-working, we're doing a little bit shorter. So you'll get used to that once you start doing more co-working with dear sweet Sable, who had a really cool overlay. Thank you for sharing that screenshot. It's exciting. So yeah, I'm going to mute myself, exclamation mark task, done, next now, skip, all of that jazz. Ask questions if you need help with Super Sweet Bot. We love you, we appreciate you, and we're proud of all of you, for sure. And let me send Crunchy off with a big hug. Now go to bed. Go to bed, because you have classes, I'm sure, sweetheart. Go to bed. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate all of you. And happy Cozy Monday. May this day start off sweetly and kindly for you, so you can carry that on for the rest of the week. Hugs. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I adore you. I really do. Thank you. Whoops. We're on our talking break. Whoops. Whoops. I'm here. I'm like looking at the timer like, oh, we're 7 minutes in. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. I'm not done my one announcement. I admit I've been distracted. I've been chatting a little bit more than I normally do in a co-working stream. My fault. My fault. How are we doing? How are we doing? Once I'm almost done this draft. Once I get this done, I'm gonna swap over to reading for the last Pomo session. So we're almost there. We're almost there. How you doing, Austin? So lovely to see you. Good to see you. I love seeing new friends grab their dailies for the first time. It's always so exciting. So enjoy that, new friends, whether you want to order a coffee or find a Junimo, everything in between. Thank you for manifesting positivity. There it is. Now I see it. Yes, a shouty for Arbor Garden anytime and always time. I was like, why did I miss that? Now we love Arbor Garden. We love Zura. That's why we have the guess what, everyone? Guess what? Chicken butt. Chicken butt. Crane game. It's harder to fill up the board when there's 8 options. Did I get my coffee for today's stream? I didn't. I sent the cats. I interrupted the stream because I forgot I turned gifts off. I felt so bad. So there was a good part of stream where we didn't have any gifts. I feel bad. Let's see. Cappuccino, there we go. Not bad, not bad. I like cappuccino with a little bit of cinnamon in it. But other than that, I do enjoy a cappuccino. Here we go. Yeah, I'm almost done this last little draft. Just letting you all know of 2 events. Keep your eyes and ears alert for coming up in April. And then welcoming our newest mods. Yay! I hear that. It's so cute. It already is on the green Korok. Darn it. I'm gonna let you decide, Hero M. Out of the Koroks, not the green, what would you like? Blue, maroon, or yellow? You love all of the redeems? Thank you, pandas. Thank you. It started off, we just had the daily suite, like the beginning of last year. And then in the summer, early summer, I had Adopt a Chicken. And that one redeem started inspiring other people to say, hey, what about this suite? Hey, what about that suite? And so I created flower, forage, mushroom. Maybe not in that order. Maybe it was flower, mushroom, forage. But either way, created that. I think it was a July, August, September release. October, we have a wild tarot where there's random options of a wild tarot card you'll get. So that's more or less for Halloween. But yeah, we really just started. You couldn't take the test. Why not, Chica? Oh dear. I'm sorry, hon. Blue. Lovely. Thank you for changing the Korok. Ah, that's so cute. And when my mic arm is here, you can see the little leaves surrounding the Korok, though it's a little tough when it's against a white background. You can start to see that. But this is my blanket. I know I'm away from the mic. Oh, ow, my... Jeez, my chair. This is my blanket that Tolkien gifted me. It's so soft. It's so thick. It's gorgeous. It's like this French floral design. It's so lovely. I'm sorry, Chica. I'm sorry. Dad, look at the emote. Look at you sneaking in that adorable emote. I kid you not. I added that Vile Plume emote to my shop. I'm hoping that the Etsy shop owner will send me a coupon. Okay. You scheduled it. Oh, but you never took the SATs. Yeah, okay. So that makes sense. But you do all the same place. Oh, that's so frustrating, Chica. Oh my gosh. Yeah, when you're in college, any type of, schooling beyond secondary education, aka high school, the systems and the checks and the processes are usually flawed. And guess who suffers? Guess who suffers? The student. And usually the administrative personnel and body is just like, well, that's the way it is. None of us have the time to change it or to correct these constant little pockets of issues for these poor students. I'm so with you. Legends and I earlier in chat were saying, like, I was asking him about due dates. I was asking him, like, are your due dates kind of all scrunched together, or are they spaced out through, like, the week or throughout the months within your semester? Because I've had semesters where I've had due dates that were spread out, and the quality of my work was so much nicer because I was like, okay, so the next project after this one's done is this, so I can focus on this. And maybe I'll dabble in preparing something else that's later due, as one would should do, good student. But yeah, having due dates kind of compressed and piled together, like, you gotta get it all scrunched in, and finding the time for that. I just feel like time management is more difficult to stay on top of when your due dates are all meshed together, and everybody's different with their learning styles and, organization and stuff. But the students suffer when those checks and balances and those processes are just flawed, whether it be a huge thing or a small thing. It's just like the paperwork and the paper trails. And oh, I'm so sorry. I'm rambling and ranting. You can tell I've gone through it, Chica. I'm so sorry. Ugh, frustrating. You ready to teleport back to your house, Pizza Cat? You got a little bit more left of your day, my friend. Aw, I'm gonna give you a tiny hug, a nice gentle hug, Pizza Cat. You'll get through it, my dear. You'll get through it. I know you're just thinking about your video games. Pizza Cat really likes is it the Disney Speed Storm? The Disney racing game? I'll see you playing that from time to time. You poor thing. You're just like, I just want to be home and video gaming. All of us. All of us. Do we have to work? Can we just not be adults today on this Monday? Can we just want a video game or nap? Some of us want a nap before or after, please. Oh, dears, my poor sweethearts. Oh, you're good. Go off. Yeah, right? No, Chica's like, please ramble and rant on my behalf. I feel you, hon. I feel you. Yeah, and it also it becomes frustrating because when you're in college, you're an adult, right? And everybody presses that upon you. Whether you're a traditional student, so you've gone to college young, kind of out of high school, maybe you have a dependent or two, or excuse me, maybe you are dependent on someone. Non-traditional students, usually you're a little bit older, a lot older, and usually you do have dependents and you got jobs and stuff. So it doesn't matter if you're a traditional or non-traditional student. You're an adult, and everybody pitches that to you regardless of what state in life you are in. Yet you work and live and learn within this system of other adults with other adults who don't necessarily hold the same standards for their own work. And that's what I mean by the student suffers. The student body will suffer because no one feels that they have the time to address that. It's just like, come on. So anyways, I'm ranting, rambling. Our talkie timer is done. Be kind to everyone. It's our first time living. Yes, it's our first time living. We're all going through this the first time. Need people to remember this when you're doing school. Exactly. I actually had several administrative student roles, and you wouldn't believe the things I became aware of, that I became conscious of. One thing, I'm going to go beyond the talkie break. I had the privilege for 2 years, the last 2 years, of entering in every seniors and graduates, because you could have two different things there. You could still have a graduate on campus and stuff, but every senior and graduate's grades and their class info, entering that into the overall information database that we had for our college at the time. And that was my role for 2 years. And it put into perspective because, one, I'm looking at very private information. So you don't get those roles unless you're trustworthy. I was given such private information. And I will say the one thing it really had a huge impact on me is watching people, if I saw someone from semester to semester, year to year, the changes, if I knew them or I knew of them vaguely, what I always thought of is oh, I'm aware of this life situation, or I'm aware of they were doing this one thing and the school did this stupid thing, and it just put into perspective, as you're trying to obtain a certificate or two, your name on a pretty piece of paper so you can get better jobs, but also life learning. You're just trying to better yourself as a human being, working within a flawed methodological system. that doesn't want to fix itself is really frustrating. And we all have to get through those 3, 4, 5, 6 years, depending on your track. And it's just, yeah, it's really tough. It's very similar to working a job and you want to be in that job and you're surrounded by people who kind of, don't make the stupid issues go away and just make it worse. It's very similar to that. For people who haven't gone to college or some other trade school or something like that, it's exactly like that, to be honest. It's just like when you work with people that are just like, it's broken, whatever. It's like, no, we can fix it. We can. So anyways, be adults, so to speak. Yes. There should be a thing where we are allowed to work 4 days a week and not 5. There's a lot of companies, not enough, but there's a lot of companies that do have that do believe in that. The 4-day work week, we're going to work maybe 9 or 10 hours, for this day, for those 4 days, but you get your 3 days, and it's just really nice. And some places don't need to push a longer work day. Some places can get everything done in that 8 and 9 hours for their employees, because, there are some tests, or there is research out there that proves, if you give people more time off, you give them chances to breathe and catch up and sleep, a little bit of hobbies and family time, they're going to do better. They're going to perform better. They're going to be, more willing to perform better. So anyways, rambling, yapping. You know me. I'm good for it. I'm working on your master's degree. Let's go. Pandas. Oh, man. Schools are not always very clear about stuff. Yeah. And even post that, oh my gosh, beyond a bachelor's programs, because I just have a bachelor's in science, in psychology and applied, my degree is bachelor's of science in applied psychology and human services. There we go. That applied part is very important, friends. I have applied and utilized and have jobs within psychology. I just didn't study it. So yeah, it is very tough beyond the bachelor's program. The helps, the stopping points where people check your work and stuff and see how you're doing with your applications and forms and stuff are actually like non-existent, so it gets a lot more difficult beyond that bachelor's. So kudos to you, pandas. I'm gonna give you a hug. I thought about it, but when you're in psychology and often in education, we're very taught, very specifically in psychology, don't go beyond a bachelor's unless you have a job that's going to pay for it. Because in our field, especially now, jobs, so yeah, don't go rack up more student debt unless you got an employer that's like, yeah, we're going to pay for more schooling, pay for your certifications so you can, not only stay here, but do more and better work. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else has a degree or profession that's similar to that, where some professions are encouraged to be capped, because why rack up the student debt if you're, don't get the higher education if you're not going to get that chance to apply it in psychology, is really what we're told. So yeah, ended up having to take 5 years to get your undergrad. Feels a little weird, but life happens. I almost was looking at 5 years with COVID, with the pandemic. So many of us, I think that actually really was like a statistic that we saw really kind of go beyond its normal standard rate with friends who are normally 3-4 year tracks for 5 years. I was supposed to be like 3.5, 4 guaranteed, and I, by the skin of my pants, was 4 because of COVID and the pandemic. That was tough. That was so tough. Yeah. Lots of us couldn't carry on classes. Lots of us, there were friends who had to give up. It was tough. And then anyone else also in any type of school situation. I know people working, family lives, it affected all of us. It was a different thing for anyone within school at any age, but people, kids, adults going to any type of education, it was very different. So, anyways, I've really rambled, really gone past the break here. Typical sweet. I'm almost done this announcement, and you're going to see me switch over to my book, and I'm really looking forward to that. So go on for me. You're Chica. Bad influence. Let's blame Chica. Sweet yapping is Chica's fault today. Just kidding, hon. No, I'm very glad that you all have a space that you feel like, okay, I was able to either talk about this thing that felt important to me, or I felt like people could relate to what I'm going through. I am very grateful that we have those moments and have those times together. It is important. So, you like hearing me talk? I'm raspy. I'm not feeling the best today. The allergies were crazy. So, thank you for that. Thank you. Um, you shall take the blame. Chat with me. We'll get plenty of chatting. Wednesday will be a short co working session followed by words. We'll get plenty of yapping in Wednesday and Saturday for sure. And I'm thinking about a pop up stream on Friday. Okay. Shh. Okay. I didn't put it on the schedule, but I'm going to try to do a pop up Friday morning. So we'll see. Let me get a hug to Tina. We'll begin our last Pomo session for today. With any luck, I'm trying to think of like the next ad round, which will be in like 45 minutes, if that'll be the last one. So I think we have an hour and a half left of stream, which means plenty of hangout time after the Pomo session. We'll find out. We'll only find out if we start. Let's start, everyone. Thank you so much. Exclamation mark task done. Now next, all of the jazz. Let us know if you have any questions. And if you haven't grabbed your dailies, grab your dailies. Thank you all for being here. There we go. Oh my goodness. I don't know if any of, any of you were watching my face while I was looking at my phone. One of the things I really need to do is just have a better way to organize my dog bookings. I'm getting overwhelmed with my texts, and I have everything written down on a whiteboard calendar. And I have different colored markers for the pups' names and stuff. But that's all on a whiteboard calendar in the kitchen that I don't bring with me anywhere else, let alone a different room or anywhere else out and about. So, yeah, I've been kind of just confirming schedules today. I normally am never on my phone when I stream. I never need to be, but just had several clients not text me yesterday the schedule they need for this week, which was so rare. Like they're normally on top of it. I think everybody's having a week. It's a long month. We're all pushing towards the end of spring after a long winter. It's been interesting. So, yeah, I was just kind of confused and just trying to like mentally, be sure that I'm, responding to everyone and I know what they need from me and did we lose Paglo? I booted Paglo out of here. Don't respond to Paglo. Boot self. Good. Don't respond to Paglo. The chaos is strong today, it seems. Yeah, troublemakers. I very much was like, the corner of my eye caught chat moving up, and I was like, let me look over. And it was just like instantly like, oh, we're causing mischief. I'm like, what's going on? What are you doing over here? You like having streams up sometimes in the background while you game? Oh, yeah. Oh, I almost always am lurking. Um, the mornings have been tough, and one of the reasons I've been missing Sable, aka Crunchy streams, is because I've reworked my morning routines and that I'm trying to stretch more. I'm also trying to like get ready for my day. Just, wash up, shower, all that jazz, get that done out of the way. Yeah, Mischief Monday. Or just mischief in general. Just trying to rework my morning routines to where like I'm not instantly hopping on the computer and hopping right into streams, because if I do, then I will get distracted and I'll get delayed. And sometimes if it's a stream day for me, then I will just get a little anxiety. If I'm hanging out in other streams, not preparing for my own, that causes some, emotional irregularity. So yeah, I try to be mindful of that, and just try to change my mornings and how they go. So, oh, that's so cute. Oh my God, hold on. Let me send someone my email right away. Oh, that's amazing. Cool. Anyway, sorry. That's exciting. How are we doing so far, by the way, everyone? How are we doing? We're technically at the end of our Pomo sessions, but I want to stream for another half an hour. Thank you, pandas. I'm so terrible. You can plug in your pronouns to this website and it will work across all of Twitch for streamers who have chat widgets. I don't have the chat widget. Yeah, there's this. I have that up when we're not co-working, for example. So if you see that, it says under my name, she, her. So if you adjust your pronouns there and a streamer has a chat widget on their stream, it will show up there. Rivi, the friend who rated us Saturday, I was in Rivi's stream this morning. Rivi's shoutouts in chat say pronouns. I got to look into that. I think that's amazing. But so beyond that, unless I ask and I don't know your pronouns and I if I misgender you, I am so sorry. You have every right to correct me and let me know, because that's important. Just like names. Pronouns are important. Names are important. So, even if you do, you won't be offended. Okay. I try to use they. They is my default because I don't know their preference, and, it's just better to not assume, and I do my best. Because handle names, usernames can be misleading. Sweet Wild Thing sounds a little feminine, so you can probably guess I'm a she, her, but what if I wasn't, So, yeah, I try not to assume. But when people say they, when they're talking about me, even though I go by she, her, I'm totally fine with they, because for many other people, it's their default too. If they don't know me that well, just they. That works. So yeah, names, pronouns, they're important and equally important. I was filling out an application for something, and one of the questions was really special. They were like, what is one thing that you do to make people feel welcome and acknowledged? And of all the things, there's so many. The one thing I wrote was giving people that opportunity. We streamers like to ask questions. We want to get to know our friends and our viewers. But at the same time, some people are shy. Some people may not have time to chat, but some people just maybe don't want the spotlight on them. And I tend to do that. I tend to put the spotlight on people. I ask them questions and just want to get to know them. And that can be overwhelming for people, especially if they're new to a stream. So, yeah, one of the many broken record things that I say, my broken record tracks, there we go, that I say is just because I ask you a question doesn't mean you have to answer. You don't have to answer my questions if you don't want to. You can just sit back and relax and lurk if you need to and all that jazz. So, yeah, it's important for people to feel the room and the space to be like, yeah, I don't have an answer for you, or they do. You've always used they if you didn't know someone's gender. Yeah, if their name is gender neutral. Yeah, especially if their name is gender neutral, if you really don't know. But even if it is like a masculine or feminine identifying name, someone could still very much associate with something else that they feel their identity better relates to. So I give an example. For example, Fall Guys. One of my few attempts to try the game out, and it's just not for Sweet. She's not going to go back to it. But years ago, when I tried it out, I don't know if they still do this, but when they give you a random username when you're signing up, I was so mad. I was so mad at mine. They gave me muscles at nighttime dating. And I was like, what? And like that will never leave my brain, that handle that I was randomly given with some numbers. But I was like, muscles at nighttime dating? What is this? I was like, so yeah, names are important, and I do not identify with a masculine name like that. I was like, muscles at nighttime dating, what the frick? Yeah, it is icky. It's a very icky name. I was like, maybe folks would like that, but not this folk. So yeah, names, pronouns, how people identify as themselves is important. And just as important is allowing yourself the room to make mistakes and do better next time. You get somebody's pronouns wrong, you mispronounce their name wrong, you have another time to correct yourself and make up for it. And it's not the end of the world, so... Yeah, names can be tough. We talked about this in a previous stream, how I have a very unique first name. And so I absolutely understand what it's like, to have someone mispronounce your name over and over again. And sometimes people have bad memories, and I totally understand that. But yeah, when you're a student in elementary school and you get that substitute teacher that doesn't know you, and you just know, and your classmates know too. That's what's worse, is when your classmates are waiting for the sub teacher to get to your name, and yep, mispronounced, and you're just like, and you got to be the kid to correct them, and you're just like, and they don't get it, right? They're the sub. They got so much going on. As a former substitute teacher for 2 years, you do have to just move on. Your last name is definitely one that gets people confused about. So speaking of last names, elementary school being on lists, who here had a last name that was on the lower end of the alphabet? We've talked about this before. This mattered to me. I was on the lower end. Who here was always at the end? And you're just like, no, I hate this system. I don't like this. I hate having to wait for everybody else to get like the better choices or the better options, whatever was going on, to go through the roll call. And it's just like, no, every now and then, who here had a teacher where they're like, you know what, today we're going to start from the bottom of the list. And you're like, oh, I'm going to be third? It's like, oh my gosh. The things we care about as kids that matter. You were almost always at the end. Yeah, it's just, it shouldn't matter. But as a kid, it's just like, the repetitiveness of it doesn't help. Such an odd random collection of words. It is. wasn't much of a thing when you were growing up where people asked for pronouns. It wasn't. I was a 90s baby. We talked about this once or twice before too, how growing up in the 90s, I remember when gay marriage got passed in Massachusetts. And I remember thinking, my first thought, and how old was I? I don't even remember. I shouldn't dox myself, but I remember being so dumbfounded and being like, wait, why can't gay people couldn't get married before now? Like, I remember as a kid being like, what the F adults? What the F society? That was kind of like, that experience in my life was one of the first moments where, as a child, you realize the world is not necessarily going to get better just because adults are running it. That was like that first break of that reality, that limelight, because we all go through that as children where we kind of feel like the world's going to get better, right? Because we're adults and that's what we're working towards, right? Like we all get it. And then you enter the adult society and you're like, oof. This is not good. This has been going on way too long. Centuries of human turmoil, and it doesn't need to happen. So I very much remember that when it was passed in Massachusetts and I was a kid, I was like, I think I even asked my mom, I was like, why can't they get me? And I remember her trying to explain it to me, like, because she didn't have the words. Like, how do you explain to a kid that's bullshit? Because I know that she felt that way too. She didn't have a good explanation. And I remember just being like, why do other people care what other people are doing in their lives? Like, why? So anyways, I digress. Really off a trail there. Times have definitely changed back then. People would sometimes mispronounce your in real life last name. Yep. Mostly because it's French. Oh, yes. Oh, that's tough. Oh, that's tough. Yes. When you have any type of name that is not necessarily like American derived, it can be really difficult. Yeah. Mine is an easy last name. I don't feel like people mispronounce that. But the first name. And actually, I have a first name where people would make fun of me. I don't want to dox myself, but my name rhymed with an animal, and they would just make fun of me. And not a harmless animal or anything like that, but it was just like being called an animal as a kid. Yeah, kids were mean. Kids were mean to me. I was an ugly duckling growing up. Kids were mean to me. Who else can relate? Yeah, it's tough. Last name Irish in origin. Ooh, I like that. Yes, Sophie, I'm so glad. And with Ruth doing co-working streams too, like I got so excited for Ruth doing those. So I'm glad that you're enjoying it, Sophie. I'm gonna give you a hug before you head out, and I'm not even gonna ask my mods. I apologize, mods. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a shouty. Sophie does some really wonderful variety streams over there. So cozy, so awesome. I was gonna say some Elden Ring and Souls games. You were last playing Tears of the Kingdom. Let's go. So yeah, you deserve a shouty, sweetheart. You're so kind to me every time I show up to your stream. And you're always saying hi to me in Ruth's streams too. So you're such a lovely person. Enjoy your day. Thank you for being here with us Monday. I appreciate you. Yeah, co-working. We got Ruth already started her journey. Crunchy will be starting their journey soon. I'm going to mention it. Paglo's co-working streams. I mean, I see so many people sending their tasks through. Like, co-working is such a wonderful vibe and community and time and place to be. It's a blessing, for sure. Oh, you were overweight, glasses, and you were bullied. My half-brother was so bullied. His father is Native American, my stepdad. So, yeah. He idolized his dad, grew his hair out long, and kudos to my half-brother. Regardless that we're estranged and we don't talk in our adult lives, I still absolutely understand what he went through as a child, for sure. And he was so picked on for that long hair. And that was like the only thing that anyone could pick on him for, and that's what it was. Yeah. But he kept that long hair for years and years and years. So yeah, I was bullied. I looked like a boy. I definitely looked like a boy growing up because I usually had short hair. So, and I used to have thick caterpillar eyebrows, which 90s baby. There you go. Thanks, Mom. Ruining my eyebrows. Thanks, Mom. I hate my eyebrows. I really do. But yeah, 90s kids. Oh, 90s was tough. And I feel like kids are still bullied today, and it's so different with the online, globalization of everything. It's a whole different wave of bullying these days, which we're pretty aware about, but I'm sure, we won't know all the deep context to a lot of it. It's really tough. So, yeah, if you were bullied as a kid, that's not something you're going to ever experience here. I feel like we on Twitch, we love each other for the uniqueness, the different quirks that we have, the individual characters we've all built for ourselves. And by characters, I mean like our characteristics, our attributes and our traits and our values and stuff. And yeah, we don't have to deal with that here. We don't have to deal with that here. And if you find yourself in places like that, seek ways to exit. Seek ways to find other places in which you can thrive, in which you can feel like you belong and that you have a voice and are loved and supported. So, yeah. Your hair got stuck in your headset. Ow! Reasons I chopped my hair off. I know you all can't tell. I know this looks long to you. It was add this much more to the end of that, so I have mermaid hair right now, but oh my gosh, one of the reasons I had to chop my hair off, getting it stuck in not just the car door, it was the seatbelt. Taking my hair right with it. But definitely elbowing my hair when I go to lay down. Just being like, ah! You can't move your head because you're, gonna pull your hair out. Yeah, I had to chop my hair off. You weren't picked on for that or so, doing the right thing for someone. You ended up getting name called for that. Oh no. Oh, that's so tough. That's so tough, Silver. Yeah, I wonder. I look back as a child and I wonder if I was a selective mute as well. There were just so many times where I tried, I wanted to, but the communication never came. So, we're going to be talking a little bit about sort of some of this stuff, not necessarily like the bullying and growing up, but like the autism stories and my experiences and things of that nature. We're going to be talking about that in April when I do my stream spot for the Autism Acceptance Raid Train hosted by the Dragon Clan coming up. So, we posted that in our Discord. It's in our bulletin board channel now. So yeah, you like having short hair now? I want to chop it off. I'm kidding you. I like right here, everyone, and do like a little bit of trimming so it kind of curves down a little bit, not just straight cut, as a Hispanic person, you cannot chop your hair this short and expect it to stay that. It's gonna be the triangle. So yes, the triangle Hispanic cut. We hate it. Don't put us through it. You got your cut short, a little shorter than that. That's nice. Good. Yeah, whatever works for your hair. Whatever works for you. So I'm looking at the time. We're done our Pomo sessions. I'm wondering, should I continue reading? Should we maybe read out? I'm really not sure. We still have time before ads are even going to run in. I'm trying to think of like what to do, if I keep reading or if we should just maybe raid out. How do we feel? Do we want to go for another 20 minutes? Or are we good? Should we have like a nice, healthy, shorter stream? How long have I been live? 3.5 hours. Normally co-working is longer, but let's see. I don't actually have too many tabs open right now. Sarah is still going with the co-working. No, Sarah's almost done. Darn. Yeah, Sarah did 8 Pomo sessions today. Oh my goodness. And I'm pretty sure they do 50-10. So that's a long time. Yeah, almost 8 hours. Oh, and they wrapped up. Boo. Okay. All right. Well, I'd love to take you into more co-working. Let's see. Lots of co-working today, which is lovely. It's Monday. We're gonna find co-workers today. I did a co-working on a Saturday and I struggled finding co-working. So really, co-workings are good on during the weekdays. The only thing is we've rated a lot of these co-workers already. A lot of them. And the only one we haven't rated is because it's followers only over there. So sadly I will never raid Dear Sweet Willow because I just don't want to put that on all of you. What about this person? Have we rated that person? There's a lot of coworkers on today. I am loving this. Oh, wait. What do we got going on over here? Ooh. I think I got a raid target. Oh, wait. Is stream frozen? What happened? Oh. What happened? Are they there? I feel like their stream froze. Is that just me? Hi, Sprocket. Hugs for Sprocket. Sprocket, I'm just going to kind of raid out at this point. I'm taking my time. I had a very interesting co-working session today. You all are so sweet, bearing through this weird, cozy Monday. I'm a little confused. I wanted to go over to a small streamer who's co-working today, or co-reading, but I don't even think they're there. Let me refresh. I'm a little confused. I'm going to put this person on our radar. I have a radar channel for myself of friends that I really want to show them love and support. So I'm going to put them on my radar channel. And maybe another day, I might even DM them and be like, hey, but I was confused. So I see the Pomo timer going. That looks so lovely. I could take you over into some crafting. Oh, we just raided her the other day, so we won't raid her today. Let's see. Do we have any mods available that could do some snooping for me? I wish I could take you over to Willow's. They are there. Hold on. Okay, they are there. I just am so confused because I feel bad, but because there's nothing animated on the stream, I got confused thinking that maybe nothing was going on there, but they're there. They're chatting in their own stream. Okay, I think we're good. And by the time we go over there, they might be during their talkie break. I got our raid target, sweethearts. We got our raid target. Now let me do in the meantime, where we're not going today, but I'm going to give our dear, if you're here, I figured it out, but thank you. We're not going over to Portia's stream today. Sad, very sad. We're actually going to go raid a non-affiliate streamer. But if you do want to have another tab of a wonderful stream open where, what is Portia doing right now? What is this? You know what we're going to do? Because I got time. Where's my window capture? Yeah, it shows it right there. Boom. Hold on. There. Let me minimize that a little bit. It's tough when I'm right in the middle of the cam. So that's what Portia's doing. Isn't that cool? We're not going over there today. Oh, the chickens just went live. Yes, felt. It's like she's needle punching felt, right? Isn't that cute? So sadly, we're not going over there. Yeah, she's needle punching. Oh, I see. No, she is felting, but she is making... Oh, that's so cute. She's making a flat design. I was just going to say, Portia, hold it down. And then you can keep doing your regular stabs. She can't hear me. You have a thing about cotton? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. That's so cool. But we're going to go raid a non-affiliate today. But please go say hi to Portia. So let me say this. Yes, felt painting. I was going to say, it's not just felting that she does. This is new to, look at her go now. This is new to Portia. She's a diamond painter. She's a crocheter. She excels in those two crafts. And she does a lot of other stuff as well. She does some cozy gaming too. So where I'd like to take you is over here. I'd love to take you over here. Definitely not. Oh, that's funny. You're like, wait a minute. What did I just say? But we're going to go over here today. And this is why I was a little confused. I was like, wait a minute. So I thought that there was a PNG tuber, but I thought it was frozen. It's a picture. Or maybe it is a tuber. They're about to go into their talking break. But Bookish is here, often hanging out in our streams, whether we are co-working or gaming. Bookish is often here, is a sweetheart, so delightful. I think it would be really wonderful for us to go over to a non-affiliate stream, show them love, show them some support. I think it would be sweet. You're afraid of cotton? Well, I'm glad I got rid of the screenshot. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Never my intention to make people have to, like, face their phobias and dislikes like that. So, oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. I'm curious now that the talk timer is done, if their tuber lights up. We're still gonna go over there. I know for a fact Bookish is there. Bookish is chatting in their own chat, so they are there. But a cotton texture thing, that's valid. Some people are allergic to cotton, so yeah, you have to be careful with that. Yeah, their mod is like, yep, time. I think this is gonna be really nice to go over, raid over to Bookish. I think this will be sweet. So I have yet, did I make a co-working raid message yet? I did. I didn't name it properly. What did you make, sweet? What did you make? So if you do raid co. Nice. We got two different options. So, sweethearts, do you see those two messages? They are regular emojis. You can copy and paste them into the next stream. They will work. I should have made a subbed one for friends who have access to our emotes. So I guess the other one we could use is the cozy one. If you want to use that one, I think I'm going to grab my leaf one. I'm going to grab that, and I might spruce those up a little differently after stream today. We might spruce those up a little bit, add the sparkles into both, make it like one solid thing. Why don't I just do that right now? I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to do that to all of you right now. The worst. Let's just have it one with the little sparkle and the leaves. And then it won't be as confusing. Thank you all for being here. It's actually really nice because one of my bookings canceled for today, so I don't have to like rush this process. Oh, that's still up. Sorry. There you go. That's still up. So let me copy and paste that again. Sarah, good job. Good job to everyone who completed tasks. Good job. I'm proud of you. We're going to be doing this again tomorrow morning. I don't have too much to work on. I'm going to be doing more reading again tomorrow. It's going to be a shorter stream tomorrow. I normally never do a Tuesday morning. I normally do a Tuesday evening, but I'm not going to do evenings for a minute. Entity! I'm not going to do evening streams for a minute. I'm exhausted. I'm stretching myself thin. I'm not helping anyone, especially myself. So we're going to try the same time frame, 8 a.m. It'll be a little bit of a shorter time frame, but we'll still have a really good time tomorrow. And then Wednesday, we will, thank you for manifesting positive. Oh, you want to draw a spirit card, but I have to go. I thought that was manifesting positivity. Let's do it. Let's draw a spirit card for Entity. We got time. We got time. You're just wasting some points. That's fair. Light. Hi, Sailor Light, sweethearts. We're not rating out yet. Now we have to do this, which is totally fine. Totally lovely, wonderful, fine. We love this. Hugs to light, hugs to silver. So you don't have to draw a card? Wait, what? You're just wasting points? No, we're doing this. You don't get a choice. Clear your mind right now. So clear your mind. If you have a question that you are seeking an answer to, make sure you focus on that only question and no other extra questions, as the cards may not be able to give you answers for multiples. So try to think of one question or simply keep your mind clear as we shuffle our spirit cards, our native spirit cards. Now you're getting a card. How are you, Light? All right, so these cards are shuffled. I am going to pull the first 3 from the top of the deck. An entity, my dear, I would like you to pick the right one, the middle one, or the left one. You let me know. Hugs, 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 hugs. Thank you, Den. Thank you for manifesting positivity. You want the right one? This one? Gotcha. All right, so we'll put those back. And your card is, I love this one. You've gotten the Vision Quest, my friend. There we go. Beautiful card. Beautiful. So let me read this to you. So if you had your mind clear, you got quite the card, my dear friend. You have gotten quite the card. So for Vision Quest, your card's meaning is the Sacred Seeker. Take time away from people and situations. Step back and withdraw. Inner truth is emerging in stillness, but first you need to retreat. Know that you're guided. Look for your answers in different ways. The answers are around you. Watch for signs in the coming day. Trust that your life is being directed. Your native spirit wants you to know. In earth-based cultures, larger questions about life are often answered on vision quests or solo retreats in nature. Questions such as, we'll get to you, entity. Sarah, sweetheart, we were just talking about you, Sarah. I will eventually be raiding out soon. We're taking our time. There's no rush. I was going to consider raiding over to you, but I was like, oh boy, Sarah's done with the 8 Pomo sessions. Never mind. You darling, what a long co-working session you had today. I was lurking. I'm sorry I didn't say hi, but I was there, sweetheart. Let me close that tab. Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you for being here. Ghost Gamer, raid message, insert here. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome in. Praise the productivity. Let's go. Well, even though I'm technically done today's stream, I had a dog booking cancel, so I don't have to rush as I normally do, but I am still wrapping up. We're going to go raid over in a couple of minutes. No rush. We're going to go raid over to a non-affiliate coworker. If you want to stick around and make someone's day, you're going to be able to do so if you join us. So I really appreciate that, Sarah. You're done. You're done. 8 hours. 8 hours of co-working is a lot. And I was lurking the other day. Was it Elden Ring you were playing? I'm trying to remember. I know you play Elden Ring, but I'm trying to remember if that stream I was watching Elden Ring. But I know you were recently playing that. I hope you're doing well. Welcome in, raiders. We're so happy to have you. If you enjoy co-working, we do lots of co-working here. I think that's how we met, right, Sarah? We met through Crunchy, but I think we definitely bonded because we were like, you co-work. Oh my gosh. Elden Ring on Sundays. Yes, I was there. Okay, I was like, I think it was Elden Ring. Yes. Chronic lurker over here. Welcome in, sweethearts. I hope you're doing well. I did, and I'm so glad. And you weren't the only one. I do not gatekeep information. I do not gatekeep opportunities. If there is anything that I think my friends can benefit from, I'm gonna tell them, you know? So yeah, I know I don't want to start like throwing out names, but we got a friend in the Twitch's Women's Guild. We got a couple friends in the Co-working Guild. We got a friend in the VTuber Guild. I think we got 2 friends in the Pride Guild. And I say we because I don't get these opportunities if people don't tell me about it, right? So the fact that they tell me about it and I get to benefit and I get to have new exciting adventures and opportunities, I want that for others. I want to pass on those opportunities and the joy and all of that. So, yeah, we would not get anywhere if it weren't for each other and our friends and passing along information. So, yeah, I love the creator clubs. They're lovely. They're wonderful people and streamers. So, let's get back to Sarah though. If you're not following Sarah, don't break my heart. Such a cutie. Let me just jump on the Purple Heart Shouty real quick. Not letting the mods do their job. Click that heart. You will not regret it. Sarah hosts the coziest streams over there. I really appreciate that. And yeah, thank you for thinking of us and raiding over here. I appreciate that. I'm sorry we're done. But we're going to go raid over to another coworker, a non-affiliate. So we will make their day for sure. You're too kind. You're too kind, Sarah. You're such a sweetie. Ever since I met you, I really enjoy your streams. Truly. You're an awesome, awesome person. So no one else can hear it but me. Game on. Hi, Tolkien. We're actually wrapping up today, Tolkien. I'm pretty much done for the day. So, and one of my dog bookings canceled, Tolkien. With the poodles that canceled. So I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go walk the pup that lives near the horses. Come home and then leave later to walk the other 2 on the other end of town, Tolkien. So I got like my middle one with the brothers canceled, and now I'm like. But anyways, yes, I will do that. We're not quite there yet, but thank you for being on top of that, Entity. Thank you. There's a giraffe pig in chat right now. I'm very aware that Giraffarig, that Pokemon, is a combination of a pig and a giraffe, and it's cute. Yeah, Tolkien's at work grinding away on a Monday. Like most of us have today. A lot of us are grinding away at work, have a moment to say hi in Sweet Stream, maybe can lurk if they have the computer to do so, and yeah, may your week be kind and light and maybe a little steadfast so you can get to your weekend that much sooner, for sure. Oh, there's our little, wait, what's that? Oh, no, because I got so confused. I was like, why does it say that I'm from Sarah's stream? Because I was in Sarah's stream. my brain today. Yeah, for anyone, if you want another Discord to join, we got the Stardew Saturdays. We're lining up, planning up. Our first meeting is not this Saturday, but the following one. We're just going to figure out our stuff. There's nothing official going on during that meeting. We're just going to figure out stuff, say hi and all that. But I did announce the exciting stuff we have lined up for April. So if you join our Discord, you just get to know about that stuff before you just see it on stream. And then just meeting other friends and like-minded individuals that hopefully you will bond with and call friends. So yeah, live long and prosper, everyone. We're all Trekkies. So yes, thank you again, Sarah. Let's thank our other friends. Sarah was one among several friends who showed us love today, and I really appreciate that. So let's thank Crunchy. Better be sleeping. You better not hear this. Thank you for bringing in your wonderful, sunny, crunchy coven. Who is also getting into co-working very soon here, very soon. I was wondering, I made that joke. I was like, why haven't you started yet? You're on spring break. Don't start yet. Keep doing your video games. Thank you for that love and the raid and the friends, and to all the new friends who followed the channel today, whether you're here for co-working, Stardew, other games, felting, all of that. I really appreciate you. Let's thank Legends, actually, for all the biddies you tossed today through emotes and the messages. Thank you so much for that, for the raids and the love. And I know we had a sub. We had a sub from our dear Nacho Man. So Nacho Man does not stream. I'm going to give him, actually, I'm going to give him a regular hug. We're going to do a big hug. We're going to do a big hug for Nacho Man, who is waiting patiently for Wednesday. So Tuesday, co-working and reading. Wednesday, co-working and words. And then potential pop-up Friday morning stream. And then Saturday will be Stardew. Hi, Doob. How are you? We are wrapping up, sweetheart. Sorry to say, but I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good start to your week, Doofus. I really do. Good to see you, my friend. Let me give you a hug. Also, guess what, Doofus? Guess what? Chicken butt. Just like doing that. Chicken butt. It's just a chicken butt. There you go. Alright, sweet. Get this freaking show going. Let's move the show on to the next stream. My goodness. Let's see. I just want to make sure they're still there. Let me drop some emotes in their chat. Not to give away that I might show up, but... Morphman! Yo! Sweetheart! I've been thinking of you. I hope you're well, hun. I never try to make a big deal when I don't hear from people in a while, but I hope you're doing well, Morphman. I was thinking of you. I was hoping you're okay and doing well. Gonna head out, get some fresh air while the sun is still up. Go, no, go, 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 go. I really appreciate you. Yes, our raid target is active and good in their stream. Good, okay. It's just my first time raiding over there, so I think maybe in my last time since I was there, maybe they had a little bit of different stuff going on in their overlay. But we're still gonna go raid over to Bookish, non-affiliate co-worker, reading, working today, super cozy, super cute over there. I think we'll have a good time over there. So yeah, it's okay. Well, Morphman, it's so lovely to see you. It really is. I hope you're doing well. Group hug. Thank you for the group hug. Thank you, Pandas, you sweetheart. Let me throw out socials. Let me throw out that Discord link again. Let me shouty. Oh, we're missing 2 of our mods from that list. Oh dear. Because we onboarded 2 new mods, Heroim and Diablo. We're very grateful for the time and energy that they will be putting, actually extra time and energy, that they will be putting into our community, because they've already put in time and energy into all of us, and now they're gonna help us maintain the fun and safety of our sweet wild community. So love our mods, wouldn't be here without them. All right, so I want to get this name correct. I'm going to shout them out first. This is where we're going, okay? If you get dropped, please go over and join us. Please, 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 because we want to help these streamers out when they're just starting out fresh and they're non-affiliate. I was there. You got tagged? You got tagged? I gave you a shouty. Sorry. Go away, boot. Sorry, Paglo. But Paglo, we're going to go raid a non-affiliate. If you want to say hi real quick. Good morning, Ramrod. Let's get this going, sweet. The worst. All right. Thank you all for a lovely, lovely stream showing the love and the support. You all are so, so sweet. Let's go bring that love and support to someone else who, honestly, Bookish, ever since they've been showing up here at the Sweet Wild streams, is just so sweet, so kind, chats with everyone too. So I think we can expect more of that as we raid over into their streams. So just ping Paglo all the time. I really love you all, and I've had such a good Monday. Thank you for making my Monday that much better, because yesterday was was not great. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll see you in your streams and Discords before then. If you need to reach out, be sure you do so. And remember, post-streamer self-care extends to all of you too. Take a break before you dive back into more co-working, okay? Or your video gaming or whatever it is you have lined up for your Monday. So, without further ado, as always, be kind, stay wild. See ya.